In fact, it's the big music story in the whole country. Here's Tony.
Here I am, standing on a corner in downtown Chorlton-cum-Hardy, minding my own business, reading this week's NME. And what do I see on the cover? This charming man, Morrissey, whose group, the Smiths, from Manchester, have been voted Group of the Year in the NME poll. Not only that, their new album has gone straight into the charts at #1. What's it all about? If you haven't yet experienced the Smiths phenomenon, follow me. The Smiths in rehearsal for their tour, which begins next week. And the man at the microphone, well, I used to know him as Stephen, but now they call him Morrissey. To some people, Morrissey is the Smiths, which is really pretty unfair, considering there are 4 people in the band and considering that they can't do much out there without good drumming and bass playing. Do you two ever get annoyed at the attention given to Morrissey?
No, not really. I think he deserves the attention he gets.
Oh, come on. There must be a little sometimes when you think it's all Steve Morrissey up there.
Well,
do you never feel?
Well, we know that we're appreciated, so I mean, obviously, if we don't do interviews and we're not on the TV like every hour like Morrissey is, then we're not going to be asked anything. So I mean, that's fine. I mean, we're happy where we are in the background.
Yeah,
our time will come.
There have been accusations, particularly from me, that you're a northern group who were traitors because you moved to London.
Well, at the time we had to move to London just so we could keep an eye on the record company at the time, but everything's turning over nicely. And we had a lot of concerts down there.
You've moved back, haven't you?
Yes, we have, yeah.
It's good to know it, and about time too, as well.
We're glad, as well.
If the Morrissey cult has any real threat, then it's from the guitar cult, which is increasingly growing around the young man who writes the Smiths' tunes. His name, Johnny Marr.
I'd say my style is influenced by basically American and English folk guitar.
I seem to remember that kind of music, Johnny.
That sort of thing, yeah. Well, basically because there's a lot of space to fill with Smith stuff, especially live. I just take it and sort of try a little bit more aggressively and go... as well as that, there's a bit of the old... There is a Sam Phillips kind of son influence in a lot of what we do.
The old rock and roll,
such as, yeah, the kind of rockabilly-ish kind of... that kind of thing.
Those are the influences which have made the guitar fashionable again, Johnny, but I bet you can't tell me where the melodies come from.
The answer is, I don't know, really.
That's what Mozart used to say, you know.
Good old Mozart. Hit guy.
And finally, the man himself. We could talk about art, we could talk about the gladiolis he used to have hanging out of his pockets, but let's instead talk about scandal. Stephen, your career has been dogged in a positive fashion by controversy and scandal.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the latest one. It's the opening lines on the opening track of the album, isn't it?
Yes,
Which says what?
The first 2 lines are belligerent ghouls run Manchester schools, which seems to have really upset the Manchester Education Committee.
I'm not surprised.
Well, why are you not surprised?
Well, it seems to be an attack on them. Why are you attacking them?
Well, it is an attack on them, in a sense, but I feel that they're there to be attacked, really, if they're not really serving their pupils well. It has to be attacked, surely.
I mean, are you saying this from your own personal experience?
Entirely, which I'm sure is absolutely widespread. And I know from the amount of letters that we've received about this track that it means a great deal to people. And the fact, of course, that the LP is in at 1 means that more people are in favour than against.
Maybe it's because they like Johnny Marr's tunes and
yes,
not
it could be. Yes,
I'm
I'm sure it's several things, but that certainly hasn't hindered us, I must say.
I must ask you, what right does the fact that you are a popular and successful pop star give you to comment on political and local
Well, I
matters?
feel that if popular singers don't say these things, who does? We can't have any faith in playwrights anymore. We can't have any faith in film stars. Young people don't care about those things. They're dying arts. And if you say, what right do you have? The implication there, to me, is that, you know, popular music is quite a low art. It should be hidden. It can be there, but let's not say anything terribly important. Let's just, you know, make disco records or whatever. So I really feel that we do have an obligation. And I know that people respect it and they want it, and it's working to great effect.
With the ideas you have and the feelings you express, I always wanted to ask you, Stephen, why do you want to be a pop star?
Well, many reasons. It doesn't make life worse. That's all that I can say. It's quite interesting. You should try it.